Hey, RetconRaider here. Once again, before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Naz, another one of my patrons. Naz, of course, is the viewer represented by our resident voodoo psychic. He's leading our squad against the Warlock in today's episode. It's thanks to people like Naz that I can keep making these Let's Plays without having to worry about Wave 3 of the YouTube adpocalypse. Thanks, Naz. This episode's dedicated to you. I'll try not to get you killed.
We're in the belly of the beast now, people. Proceed carefully. What is that? Some kind of stasis chamber for the Chosen? No wonder they keep coming back at us despite everything we throw at them.
Bradford, we've seen one of those before.
Very good little humans. Come to me. Like a moth to a flame will you be consumed by my brilliance.
Well, at a glance, this definitely looks very similar to the arena we fought Mordena in, but with a few key differences, most notably that big raised platform in the middle.
As ordered. There is nowhere to hide.
No sign of the Warlock just yet, but we do have a small pod of chrysalids off to the side there. I think that's roughly the same spot that they were in when we went up against Mordena, too. I wonder if it has something to do with the limitations of how these levels are set up. I mean, the Warlock obviously won't show up until we approach a sarcophagus, but maybe they always have to have at least one enemy on the field when a mission starts.
I'm on it.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
I know where you are.
There we go. That brought them into our firing arcs. Now let's see if we can take them down real quick, and then we can focus on triggering the Warlock. Yeah, I guess I should have probably started with someone who could shred armor. Well, better late than never. And of course the RNG's not cooperating. Well, let's see who else can finish it off. These guys have no line of sight, so we'll go ahead and set them on Overwatch. I guess Nazzul will have to take the last shot.
Let's move already.
Okay, that takes care of one of them, but we can clearly see there's another chrysalid hiding behind that corner. We're going to have to rely on Overwatch to take it down, so let's just toss out a quick aid protocol and get ourselves set.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Off to a good start.
Not even close.
And oh, it stopped. For some reason, I really thought those things could move a lot farther. Well, first things first, we obviously need to finish off this chrysalid. And now that that's taken care of, let's go ahead and move the entire squad up closer to the sarcophagus.
Finally.
That way we'll all be ready when we activate the Warlock next turn.
Locked and loaded. Back online. It's killing time. Moving to Overwatch. I'm on it. On Overwatch.
Shoot, I think I just... Did I... Okay, I guess it's a new turn. It's hard to tell sometimes when there's no alien turn. Anyway, it looks like everyone's ready to go, so let's bring out the Warlock.
Moving out.
Suppose we should begin then.
Alright, we've faced these things before and we can do it again. No matter what happens today, only one side is leaving this place alive.
At last, the humans speak the truth.
Well, not off to a great start. Due to sheer random bad luck, Gilraen has already lost his stealth. But at least we have this elevation to take advantage of. Now, I could probably just shoot this guy, but he's got a lot of armor, so I might be better off just starting off with one of Naz's powers. The other thing I have to keep in mind here is that as soon as I hit the Warlock, he's going to teleport to a new position. That's actually going to make this fight pretty annoying. In fact, let's go ahead and get Shotgun up here. He can start us off with an attack that'll actually take out a good chunk of that armor. Not bad. Now where's he going?
Let us begin then.
What the? It jumped to a new position as soon as it took damage.
Okay. It actually looks like that might have put him out of range for most of our guys. Unfortunate. Well, Gilraen could still hit him. But then I'd have to leave Gilraen out in an exposed position, and I'm not really comfortable doing that. It's a shame, though, because a claymore would be pretty ideal here.
Moving to position.
I will go.
Well, I don't think Dawnslayer is immune to Overwatch, so let's just bring everyone up and set them on Overwatch. If we're lucky, we'll dole out a couple of hits when he starts moving again. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull Gilraen back to a safer position.
As you order, Commander. Got it covered.
I will not waver.
Moving to Overwatch. Overwatch.
I am humbled by the Elder's challenge of my efforts here.
I'll get him next time. Adjusting aim. Adjusting sights. You will never hide from me.
My failure is my own.
Well, that definitely could have gone better. We missed a whole lot of Overwatch shots, and now we've got reinforcements to deal
One of
with.
our soldiers is in a daze. We need to snap him out of it.
Let's take care of Gilraen real quick.
Let's do this.
And now let's see if we can do something about those priests. In fact, let's go ahead and see if we can get Naz to borrow one of them.
You will break.
You know nothing of the powers with which you dabble so carelessly.
Yeah, Dawnslayer's not really happy about that. Let's see if I can hit this guy with something. He's pretty well entrenched in that corner, but if I can hit him for even a single point of damage, he'll teleport to a new position.
Absolutely.
Oh, right. Okay, we're fine.
The elders will not be pleased.
As always, I need to pay more attention to those Overwatch icons. Anyway, let's go ahead and set this guy on fire.
Grenade!
Oh wow, what just... I think being on fire actually disrupted his teleportation power. That was really weird. Well, that's fine. I guess if he can't teleport, we might as well take advantage of it. Let's just keep hitting him.
You would blindly follow the nearest cause that would give you purpose. Is that not the case, traitor? You would be better served in Elders' embrace. The Elders shield me.
Well, I guess his teleport worked that time, but it didn't exactly take him very far. I would love to hit the Dawnslayer with some justice right now, but of course our relative positions apparently make that impossible. Looks like grappling won't get me anywhere useful, but I could hit him with Wrath. That would potentially put Mox in an exposed position, but I think we can afford to take some chances here.
The Elders cannot save a useful aid. Traitor's right. A trivial effort.
Dawnslayer really needs to learn when to stop talking trash, especially with Mox. If he's really so smart, at some point you'd think he'd draw a correlation between trash talking and immediately getting stabbed or electrocuted. Let's go ahead and put this guy to bed.
That shouldn't happen.
Even the smallest misstep could be costly at this stage, Commander.
Okay, well, that was a bit disappointing. Let's go ahead and cut the RNG out of the equation. We'll have Atlas use an attack that literally can't miss.
Scorched earth.
Note to self: Warlocks explode.
Doctor, the device appears to be some sort of psionic capacitor, transferring tremendous amounts of psionic energy directly to the Chosen, restoring them. No wonder these things don't die.
Guys, we already know this. You two were paying attention when we took on Mordena, right?
Hostile target down.
Wouldn't want you to get bored while I clean up.
I like how the Warlock is still incredibly smug, even though we literally just tore him to pieces. I'm also not really sure who he thinks he's impressing here. One officer and one chrysalid? Does he really think that's going to slow us down? In fact, let's have Phoenix go one-shot that officer, just so we can show him we're not impressed.
Moving to access.
Ah, well, we missed the bonus intel, but that's fine. We still took out the officer.
Can't get through. The armor took care of it.
Now let's take a look at this priest. I've never actually controlled one before. Holy Warrior's not a bad ability. Oh, never mind it. It can kill the person that you're linked to, so let's not do that. Now I do want to take a few shots at the sarcophagus, but first we need to take out this chrysalid real quick.
Sure thing.
Hopefully Shotgun should be able to finish it with a single burst. Well, not quite enough, so let's go ahead and have Chiron finish it off. Okay, now we can focus on the sarcophagus for a moment, until the next batch of reinforcements show up.
Here I come.
Though since we know reinforcements are coming, let's have at least one or two guys hang back and go on to Overwatch instead. Honestly, at our current rate, we might actually take out that sarcophagus in just another turn or two. We've got another priest on the board.
They got me flanked! Multiple hostiles advancing on our position.
And that's an Archon.
It's still moving.
First off, I'd love to take control of that Archon, but I definitely don't like those odds. Let's take a look at that other priest instead.
Here I come.
Oh yeah, I think that'll definitely do. But since we know we can neutralize the priest, let's go ahead and use Atlas's free attack on the Archon first. Now let's get Gilraen over there to follow up with another hit on the Archon. He'll do a little extra damage since he has the Blood Trail perk. Now let's just pick someone else who can hopefully kill this thing in one more shot. There we go.
For the free. Cover me. Must have ammunition.
And now everyone can just go back to shooting the sarcophagus. This is also a pretty good opportunity to reload our guns.
Back online. It's killing time.
Alright, we're in the final stage.
I'm hoping that's a good thing. Yes, the regeneration process has been interrupted. Readings on the capacitor indicate it has become highly unstable. Then let's target that Chosen with everything we've got.
Impossible! The Elders! They are silent! Demons! I will destroy you for this outrage!
Obviously, we just started off by trimming off his armor again. Now let's just, where'd he end up? Okay, he's over there now. I don't think we're going to be able to get any good hits on him over there. So let's go ahead and suppress him and use this turn to start converging on his new position.
Tired of waiting around. Hope says I am to obey.
Do not whet your appetite at the sight of my glorious visage, deviant. The Elders would release me to the void before ever satiating your hunger.
Ha! Well, I guess they just don't want you to forget that the Reapers do eat aliens. So they're technically cannibals. Oh, I guess this priest could have actually gotten a flanking shot. But if I take it now, he'll just teleport away and I'll have suppressed him for nothing. Well, we'll just keep converging on him for now.
vehicle ready. Got it covered. Come get some. Reloading. On Overwatch.
No trespassers.
Oh, I'm close there.
The Elders send more of their minions to serve me.
Not even close. Just a little off. I can only blame myself. Shot wide.
The Elders do not abandon me completely. Their power still flows through my veins. I will prevail.
I almost feel bad for this guy. Not bad enough to let him go, but, you know, just bad enough to write about it in my journal. Let's go ahead and get Gilraen back up on his feet.
Gonna be fine.
And now let's decide who gets the honor of taking the second to last shot at the Dawnslayer.
For your captive friend. And how many lives will you sacrifice for theirs?
I guess it could be poetic to have one of his own priests take that shot. Let's go ahead and tuck the priest into a more secure position, and then we'll force the Dawnslayer to move. He's actually got enough health that I might have to hit him 2 more times. Let's have Shotgun take the next shot at him. It's not likely to kill him, but at least it'll get that last point of armor out of the way. In fact, let's just go ahead and hedge our bets by pushing right up next to him. That way we minimize the chance of missing. Ooh, that put him right on the brink of death. Now where'd he end up this time? There he is. Okay, let's go ahead and show the Dawnslayer what some real psychic powers look like. Atlas took him down the first time, so I think it's only fitting that Naz takes him down this time. The Warlock's only got 3 hit points left, but you know what they say. There's no kill like overkill.
You can't run from my power. It wasn't easy, but we managed to pull it off, Commander. If only we could see the look on the Elders' faces.
At long last, I hear their voice unobstructed. They are so near. They are everywhere. They come for me.
Moving to Overwatch.
Everyone came out alive, and now we've got a new lawn ornament. It's been a good day.
And despite the destruction left in their wake, XCOM refuses to let go of the ways of the old world.
They will continue their wanton and reckless crimes until the entire world burns around them. We are grateful to the Elders for their support in ending this menace once and for all.
Despite their apparent protections from our encounters in the field, it would seem the Chosen are entirely vulnerable within the confines of their strongholds.
You mean they're, vulnerable after we blow up those sarcophagi that you and Bradford keep forgetting about? Well, whatever. More importantly, Phoenix just hit maximum level. Congratulations, Phoenix. Honestly, this last perk is a no-brainer. I'm definitely going for Restoration. Having the ability to heal and revive your entire squad at once is ridiculous. And that was it. It was over. We had spent months building up to this moment, and the battle was over in under an hour. Dawnslayer was dead, and the Skyranger was on its way back to the Avenger, with everyone on board. There were a few minor injuries, but overall Naz had managed to bring everyone back alive. I still wasn't sure he was a very good influence on Atlas, but I was still glad he was part of the team. With Dawnslayer dead, Bradford was quick to send out our recovery teams, stripping the Warlock's lair of any potentially useful salvage. Unfortunately, there just wasn't much. Apparently, the Chosen led rather Spartan lifestyles, so our team mostly just came back with more alien corpses and the Warlock's personal rifle. Honestly, I'm not sure I even remember the Warlock ever firing that thing. He had generally seemed to prefer using his powers, so I wasn't entirely sure if the rifle was anything special. Still, I made sure to have the recovery team set it aside so that Tygan could take a closer look at it when he had some free time. Of course, we hadn't come out of it entirely unscathed. Aside from a few minor flesh wounds, the entire squad was suffering from some sort of lingering exhaustion. The researchers down in the Psi lab were quick to suggest that it could be the result of excessive exposure to the psychic energy released during the showdown with the Warlock, but whatever the reason, our entire squad was going to need at least 2 weeks to recover. I guess we'd just have to get by without them for a while, but overall, I didn't have any real complaints. Today we had struck another massive blow against the Advent Authority, and for the first time, I think it was finally starting to feel like we could actually win this thing. It had taken 20-odd years, but it was starting to look like XCOM might finally put an end to this alien invasion.